Greetings! This is Scobie with another episode of Why Are You So Bad at LoL, the YouTube video series about the games that I've been playing, and I'm just going to comment on them and see if I can improve and figure out where I went right and where I went wrong. In this game, I'm going to be playing Annie, and it's going to be a little bit different from some of the other games that I have played because, you know, Annie is mid, and I don't think I've done a mid game yet. I've done a bunch of other things, and realistically, if you're gonna learn mid, Annie is realistically the champion to learn it on. So with Annie, it's very useful because she has a pretty good sustain ability with her Disintegrate. Allows her to recover half the mana, so it tells her you should be farming with this skill. Her Incinerate is just a cone of damage. Her shield is super cool, just gives you some armor and magic resist. And then your bear, Tibbers, is your best friend. He's the thing that makes Annie so scary. So, the bear and her passive is that every five spells she gets a stun. So yeah. So in this game, I think I'm going to start off with helping Nautilus, and since I'm going up against a Kennen in middle, I wanted to start off with Incinerate because then I can use it as a stun if he gets too close and tries to dive me at level 1. So until I get level 2, I want to make sure I have my ability up, and unfortunately if you're going to be pulling for somebody else, using Incinerate or just doing auto attacks isn't all that useful. Doing the 100 damage is a lot more useful, so we're going to pull Pantheon from up top down to come help once he pays attention to what's going on. So this team composition is rather, I don't know, it's kind of squishy with the Akali and the Annie. We don't actually have an AD carry. We're going with an Akali bottom, which I'm kind of curious to see how that's actually going to work out. I was so focused on mid, I don't know what I needed to be doing. So now that the blue's been pulled, I'm going to run back to mid and go up against Kennen, who went with a Thorn Shield, kind of a weird thing to go with. I think that's part of why he'll have to play super passive, because I have my stun up and he plainly sees it, so he's got to be careful that if he gets close, I'll just be able to stun him. And right now, I'm just trying to last hit. Let's pop down bottom. So Lulu bottom. Lulu can be both a really dangerous and a really terrible champion at the same time. I've seen both. If a good Lulu is actually pretty amazing. It can be kind of crazy of what's going on. And with Akali and her ability just to throw out her main ability, or one of her little spinny thing. I forget. I used to play Akali a lot, but she has too high of a skill cap for me. So with that, she's able to be able to stun or to last hit pretty well with that. So I don't have to worry about too much. But Caitlyn wow, that Caitlyn's kind of terrible. Not going in, Akali being able to defend, and oh my gosh, threads the needle. And strangely enough, Akali is not being as aggressive either. Not quite sure what's going on. And one of the problems with this, with the LoLReplay, is that people do jump around when you're not looking at them. But you do get kind of an idea of what's happening. People will jump around a bit, and you'll kind of see what's happening because I'm not really watching it as well. I'm keeping an eye on here because I'm pretty sure I don't get a kill for a while. So they're going in, using the bush for their own advantage, but they drop a ward, which is a good defensive play to make sure that they can see what's going on and they can easily target and be able to do everything. But Caitlyn's being really passive, which is kind of weird. I think she's worried about Akali's ability to do some surprising burst damage. So I'm going to top back up. So we're just in mid, we're just trading blows.
First blood.
So and it looks like Pantheon was able to take on Olaf pretty easily up top, getting first blood. Completely missed that. The problem with Bruisers is that it's hard to see what the heck's going on, and yeah, Ulf started off with a shield instead of boots. That's always traumatic. So there's a lot of two Dorn shields on that item, and we both double stun each other. flames coming down. He's coming around trying to get coming. Nautilus comes up to help. Nautilus pulls Kennen to him. I flash over. Kennen flashes away. We both burn our summoner flash to make sure that we can to get out of harm's way. And Kennen's decided, you know what, he's going to stay in. And with the massive wave of minions coming, he's gotta in order to keep his levels up. But Nautilus is just sticking around, soaking up some XP, keeping Kennen off of me. Kali is just hiding out, and surprisingly enough, Caitlyn is not using her abilities as needed. And Nautilus is hitting there. I was concerned that I might have been able to go in for a stun. I'm leaving my Pyromania at 4 because I can hit my shield, get it up to 5, throw down the Disintegrate for the stun, follow up with the Incinerate and do quite a bit of damage. But I want to make sure... Oop, I got him! In and Ignite. I don't think it's going to be enough. And I think Kennen's going to have just enough health to get out of there. So, that's one of the problems with... Yep, he's had 100 health left, so that Ignite did not do enough damage to kill him. And Olaf returns the favor up top by taking out Pantheon. Wish I saw how that... Pantheon going with the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Now, what's problematic is that Kennen has very little health. One Incinerate and an auto attack will kill him. And I decide that I want to keep my stun up just because I'm very cautious as well. Because I don't want him. He has full abilities. If he's able to stun lock me, I'm trying to get him, and I stun him, but Malachite comes in at the nick of time, hits me down, pulls me over, and now I'm in trouble. I'm really worried about that coming in, but I'm able to escape pretty handily. He's chasing Kennen off. If he had a little more health, he would have dived me, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. I didn't have any mana left. So with the low mana count that I have, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. And Nautilus coming up top to help against that. So I'm staying at tower because Kennen's not diving me, and he hasn't gone back. If Kennen goes back, I can go back. If not, and it looks like, ooh, trying to do some damage. I think he ulted up and over, trying damage him, but seeing what's going on. Bottom's still pretty simple. But right now, I'm just waiting to see if I can get Kennen, but I dumbly did not buy Tibbers. I instead bought another of my other abilities. So I have 6. I don't actually have Tibbers yet, so I can't be that aggressive against him. Because if I drop a Tibbers on him, that's 200 damage and followed up with Incinerate. That's almost 400 damage. That's about 300 with his magic resist. And that'd be enough to do a significant amount of damage, but I don't think I can actually kill him. So he's asking if I want blue, saying I don't need it. I've been being able to keep my mana stores up. I go with mana regen yellows, so my mana regen is pretty good, especially if I'm just farming and, you know, don't have to worry about it too much. And bottom, looks like Kali might be in danger. Something happening. Uh-oh. So it looks like Nautilus is thinking of giving up blue. And I'm telling him to take it. I don't want to leave my lane. I don't want to give Kennen free farm on this, or I want to keep an eye on Kennen, even though he has a lot more health. I think he has a much better sustain than I do. And I hit my snare. I want to come in for a stun, but he is just too quick, and I'm not able to catch up to him, even with boots. How fast is he? 315 to my 360. So Clairvoyant's coming down, making sure I'm not getting ganked from there. And I am super gankable right now. If Malachite comes in, I'm probably going to die. But I have my Tibbers, I have almost full magic, so one combo off, and I'll be able to basically kill Kennen. So, more trouble coming top. Pantheon's in a lot of trouble. Pushed up against this tower, but it's able to throw able to hit with a spear, but getting harassed heavily. Ooh. More damage going up here. Ooh, and I'm getting hit pretty bad. I'm in a lot of pain. And Nautilus decides it's time to come around. I drop my bear, and I get Malachi was in the area. I come in just enough, hit the stun, able to kill, and I am just trying to get, oh my gosh, able to get out just barely with the help of that end. Oh my gosh. Caitlyn able to kill both Sona and Akali while that's going on, but I got my kill. I'm just going to run all the way home. Pete's having to recall. And bottom's in trouble. So I'm going to recharge. And here I decide I have enough gold. I'm just going to straight out and buy a needlessly large rod, 80 magic. So I'm going to have over 100 ability power, and my abilities are going to start doing massive amount of damage. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing almost 50% more damage. And Pantheon hopped back top, and I think he's sniffing around looking for something, but Ulf has gone. And now Kennen has his Hex-Tech revolver, so I got to be careful because he'll be able to out-sustain me. And his skill, he's very good with his skill shots. I got to be careful not to get with him and I can lock him down. It looks like down on bottom, they're able to just burst down. Akali's gap closer, not able to stand up. And I get a stun off, and ooh, Kennen gets the reverse stun, and now I'm in trouble. I didn't decide to ignite him because I was just going in for the harass. Now I have low health again, missing most of my health. Kennen with most of his, but I have more AB or AD ability power. So if I'm able to land my spells on him, I'm going to kill him. And I know that, and he knows that. So he's playing super conservatively. Because the problem is that if he can get his stun off on me, I'm toast. And he's going to try really hard. And it looks like Ulf was able to take down someone up top. And bottom turret with that defeat there, able to win there. And bottom. Kennen's still in mid. Nautilus wants to go for it. Explosion coming down. Hits him way far out of range. Just can't hit him. And I gotta back off because the minions love me. Malachi comes bottom. And bottom has to run. 3-on-2. Fortunately, they saw him coming with the ward, and they're able to run away pretty well. Malachi's gonna go ahead and ward that area. And Sona, leaving Sona all by herself. Having problems. Nautilus just chilling in the brush, waiting for Malachi to come. He pings me, and I'm going to come on down and help. Pulls Malachi in, does a bit of damage, hits him, stuns him, but I see that Kennen's coming down as well. So I got my stun up, and I'm going to go ahead and stun him, drop the bear on, go ahead and kill him. They're going to dive on me, perfectly dive. Uh-oh. Caitlyn's coming up, but we get 2 kills on that. Caitlyn's chasing down Sona, trying for the kill. Akali comes in, able to do quite a bit of damage, but Lulu ults. Caitlyn's not able to do anything, but Akali closes the gap, comes and attacks her again, tries to hit her, one more hit, and takes the kill. And now Lulu's coming in, but Nautilus is there to chase her off. We win that fight 3-1. So the other team was very smart in there too, just burninate Annie's, because I'm the easy person to kill, because I was out of spells. It's blown all my cooldowns, so I was just running away now. Akali's got to get out of there before Olaf comes in and is able to do some damage. Drops her. Uh-oh. And Pantheon coming down right in the middle of everyone. What is he thinking? Hits Wolf. Does a bit of damage. It takes him out. Wow. Almost taking out Lulu in the process. And Akali's able to pick up Lulu. Jumps out of way. 2 kills for nothing. And now we have 4 in mid. This mid turret's in trouble. And with me needing some health, I decided to pick up a Doran's Ring. Because normally you'll do a couple Dorans and then you'll go needlessly large rod, but in this case I decided I was going to go needlessly large rod because if you have the money to buy it, just go and buy it. It's totally worth it. If you have 16,000 gold or 1,600 gold, just buy it. You'll thank yourself later, especially on an just an AP nuker like this. So I'm just going ahead and just farming out the lane, letting the just trying to do this dance with Kennen, and I think they're going to go for him. So I am able to ignite him, but not doing a whole bunch of damage. My stun's up. If I had one more stun, I would have been able to get him. Sona's now in trouble. 2-on-1 on bot. Akali's coming down to help and is able to chase them off with the threat of Akali coming down and being able to burst them down. Things coming down. Jumps over. Akali's trying to get people. I need to make sure I can pay attention. But Lulu keeps him down. Nautilus comes to support. They've already cut and run. And coming back up to mid. Not much happening here. Up at top, Olaf has again pushed to the tower. And I think we spotted them at blue. So it looks like they're going to be giving up blue to someone else. And I got to be careful because they may be in there. We don't have vision. 3's over there. 3-on-3. Kennen's coming across. I see Kennen knowing that he's not waiting for me, so I'm going to come on in. Bolt comes down, but he is able to run away very, very well. And I realize that I don't want to chase. Chasing's not a good idea into their jungle without vision. And should have stayed with them. 3-on-3 going on. Malachi trying to do his stuff. Trying to jump to Lulu. But I don't know where Kennen is, and I don't want to get one-on-one, so I'm going to hold in lane. I should be moving out, but there's Kennen coming into support, and I know that I can't get over there. I'm way too slow and basically giving him 2 kills for nothing. So I'm thinking the only thing I can do is push the lane out. I can't really help all that much, and we're probably going to give him a free dragon here. So Jorda's going to push him out. Akali deciding that she wants to go in and mess with them.
Killing spree.
And man, Pantheon back up top doing a bunch of damage. I'm going to return, buy some more stuff. And realistically, I really should have gone over to try and help that fight. I should have gone with him to do more damage, but unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do. And this Lulu's being super aggressive, which is interesting with her. Oh, she went with, whoa, she went with all AP runes. Interesting choice for her. She has no items that give her AP and getting 38 AP. That's got to be every single rune is AP for her. So it looks like we got to be careful about a dragon attempt. So we're coming on around. Looks like we got 4 people there. I'm going to go ahead and face check this push. I don't see anyone there. And we're going to come and look. Yep, dragon's gone. Should have already known that. And I'm going to go ahead and get out of the river because I don't know where Kennen is. And straight up Kennen versus Annie fight. If Kennen can survive the initial burst damage, he's going to win. So even though he went with boots, I don't think I have boots yet. No, I have boots now. So Kennen and I, 386 to 380. So I'm not going to be able to catch Kennen as much as I want to try. Uh-oh. Pantheon's in trouble. But Olaf takes a tower hit, and Pantheon's still good. But no ganks coming to support, so Pantheon's able to go ahead and stay and defend himself. And I come back around, trying my best not to get killed by this Kennen. And that's the problem with Annie. She's super slow, not able to do much. They probably dropped a ward somewhere. Yeah, they most likely dropped a ward there. Yep. Akali comes in, trying to stay out, getting a bunch of damage. They must have dropped a pink ward, and Akali's going to go down. I'm going to drop a bear on top of him, try to do a bit of damage, but there's way too many there, and I'm going to back away. Akali getting killed for nothing. Yeah, they had a ward there. They knew that she was in there, and they did quite a bit of damage to her. And that's the important thing, is that if you don't have ward coverage, and you don't know if they have a ward there, you got to get out. And oh, Malachi has an Oracle. Oracle was there probably just to kill Akali. So I'm playing super conservatively, but I'm able to do quite a bit of damage. Good bit of damage, but he has some heavy armor. And I'm going to need to start thinking about trying to find a way to melt this armor. I got to be careful. And they asked me if I want blue, and this time I'm going to take it. I can definitely use it. I need to be able to get my bear up sooner. So I'm able to do that. Cooldown's reduced by 10. I'm going to have Tibber in about a minute, and I'll be able to do a lot more damage when I have that. But I got to be careful that if I have blue, I can't give it up. So I got to play pretty conservatively. And uh-oh. Pantheon's puppet turret having a problem. But now he's one-on-one Malachi. And he is super low on health. He has to run away. And he's going to run to the river. But gets caught yet again by Malachi. Malachi has quite a bit of health. And Kali comes in to help. I'm coming up to help as well. I see Kennen trying to come up with me, but we decide not to fight each other. And I turn around to fight, and that's okay. And we see that Ulf might be coming in after, so I'm going to come back up. But Ulf decides to run away. No, Ulf decides to chase after Pantheon. Pantheon's in a lot of trouble. Ulf is going to be able to catch up to him. Hits the stun, goes for a bunch of damage. Ulf having and Akali tries to take out Pantheon just at the right time. And that kill is totally worth it with the 400 extra gold. Basically got 2 kills for the price of 1. And all the while we lost bottom turret. So 3 in mid. Stuff happening. Sona's taking care of bottom for us. Ulf is not happy with the results. And now we're stacked up in mid. See what's going on here. And at this point in the match, Ulf has no health items, which is kind of weird. Kennen's build is pretty good. He's got some sustainability with some health. I've just gone straight AP. I got no health, no nothing. Just got straight AP items. I should probably be thinking about buying maybe a Hextech revolver or something, or maybe buying some sustainability, because if I get focused, I'm going to die again. And looks like, unfortunately, Malachi was gone for a bit of that fight, which could have affected how everything was going. And Nautilus is just joking with himself. Ken's going to go back. 3 in mid. Lulu's by herself. And Sona's just going to be super aggressive. Doing quite a bit of damage with her abilities. They're wanting to do some damage. They want to go for blue. We got to be careful. Oop, I get snacked by Caitlyn, and I'm like, oh, I saw someone there. I don't want to be here. So I'm going to start running. Nautilus is there to support. I do some damage, take the stun, comes in, hits the bear, but I'm out of cooldowns. I need to get running, but I get totally destroyed by Kennen, who's able to do a hell of a lot more damage than I am. Lulu comes in to support Kennen, and Nautilus is just not able to turn that corner in time. Pantheon's coming down to help, and he's just going to destroy people. Jumps to Caitlyn. Nautilus goes down. Olaf goes down. Oh no, Pantheon is almost there. He just gets a bit of damage, and Caitlyn is able to run away. Oh man, 3 for 1. Not a good move in our decision. So Pantheon's going to run up. He's looking for Kennen. See if he can find him. But I think Kennen's going to be able to escape well before he gets out. So yeah, fortunately that move didn't go for us. I should have done my abilities and then GTFO, get out of range, because Annie can't do anything when she has no abilities. So you hit your 3 abilities, then you run away. And Nautilus was not happy with that engage right there, which, you know, I don't think anyone should be happy with that engage. So I'm just going to hop back down to mid. Now Caitlyn's decided, now that she's won her lane, she's going to come over and take on mid. So, and I decided to go with more AP. I'm going to start working on my Rabadons because I really need that in order to do any real damage to people. I'm going to get a substantial damage boost because in that I did quite a bit of damage, but I just wasn't able to kill anybody. So the damage I did wasn't really worth it for me to die for doing, you know, about 800, I would say about 500, 600 damage. So, and Sona's now pushed the lane to there. Nautilus is looking for Dragon, but everyone's still up. They probably have it warded, and I don't think it's a good idea. So they are coming off because I think they were sniffing a Dragon attempt. And now I'm coming down, but I saw that bird, and I need to get out of here. And Malachi goes straight to me, and I'm all by myself. Stun's coming down. The only thing I can do is stun and ult and hit everybody. But, oh my gosh, the ult's coming down from Nautilus. Lulu hits herself to save her. Gets completely destroyed. Oh, Kennen coming in, doing a bit of damage. Stun coming down. Trying to get some damage going on. Caitlyn is there. Gonna get focused down by Akali. Malachi gets focused down. Kennen's able to take out Akali. Now Nautilus is able to pull Kennen. Multiple damage comes up and is able to take down Kennen. And 4 kills for 2. Totally worth it. And now Ulf and Pantheon are going at it, and Pantheon's able to win and take down the ace. Good job, our team. And now we're well ahead in the kills, and with damage, and with money. And we're going to take this turret. Our first turret finally takes down. So we've lost 2. They're up on turrets. They probably have a dragon on us. So we're just going to go ahead and back out. And they decide they're going to come down and do dragon. And I just sort of walk across to Caitlyn trap, totally telling them what we're doing. It's super smart of me. But Lulu's probably the only one within range, and she's not coming, so I don't really have to worry about it. So with 3, 4 of us here, we're going to get dragon easy. Much needed gold for us. I'm going to grab some armor. Still need to get my Rabadon, but just didn't have enough gold for it, so I decided to elect to go with armor. And one of the things you want to be doing is that when you go home, you want to be buying. You want to be using your gold. If it's in the bank, it's not helping you. So you can, you can go with, save up, the 3,600 gold for a Rabadon's, but it's generally a good idea to just go back, and when you have the money, buy. And also, it's to ask. Make sure that you're asking about the different blue buff and such. And oh, we catch Ulf out of the area. Stun coming down. Massive amounts of damage. Bear coming down as well. And all right, flash is over, so we can hit him with another spell. And now I'm super low on magic, but I'm going to go ahead and just stick with everybody. And I'm trying to figure out where in the world I wanted to go. I see the 2 people coming mid, and I want to protect. I want to protect this mid turret because it's our first tier turret, and it will give us a really good field position. I keep using football. I keep using that term. I'm just going to have to say I'm going to use field position because I'm not going to be able to say something else because I watch too much football. So, well, college ball realistically. And, all right, top turret gets taken down, but three are up there to do it. And Akali's trying to defend herself, takes the aggro. But now Akali's got to be careful. She's got to run. But with her ability, she's able to get out. But oh, Lulu's there to catch her up. But Sona's trying to help. But not going to be able to escape. That Lulu coming in at just the right time to cut off all avenues for escape. I'm going to go ahead and go back. Nautilus is going to go ahead and take bottom. And now we don't know where anybody is. One of the problems with this map is that we don't have any wards. I finally get my Rabadons. And I go from I double my AP. So my spells are going to be doing a whole lot more damage now. I might have broken, let's see, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'll do about 1,000 damage with a full combo, and they are messing up this turret. So I'm going to burn those minions, make sure that they're out. Sana's taking quite a bit of damage. Turret's half health. we got to be careful. With 3 of us here, we are pushing them off the turret. And now we just got to wait for the rest of our team to get here so we can engage. And now we're just, uh-oh. Pantheon's stuck. Pantheon's in trouble. Fire's coming down. Bear's coming down. I'm in the middle of everything. I got to get out of here. They're trying to take me down, and oh, I get totally destroyed. But Bear's doing quite a bit of damage. The damage has been done. 4 for 2. A good trade there with Kennen escaping. And I don't think we're going to be able to get him. Uh-oh. Pantheon comes down and takes the ace. Wow. With the high mobility of Pantheon paying off. And now he's going to start taking some damage from the turret. So, totally worth it. Ace killed right now. 5 for 2. With the first person dead to Lulu. Wow. So at this part of the game, let's see, I've going with another, don't have enough for another item, so I'm going to go with another Doran's Ring. I'm going to get some Sight Wards just to keep my health up. Give me a little bit more AP. Just every little bit of AP is going to help me. Going with Armor because I'm worried about that Caitlyn doing a bunch, and I'm going to turn that into a Zhonya's. I could be going for a Void Staff right now, but I decided that we're doing pretty good on damage. There's not a whole lot of armor on the other team, or yeah, there is. Malachi has some magic resist, but the people that I care about, who I have to kill, don't have those skills, or don't have magic resist. So as long as I stay away from Malachi, I'm going to be fine. And even with, Force of Nature, it's going to do quite a bit of magic damage. So Lulu's just chilling, giving up a free kill, not paying attention, and she goes down. And that was just a out of position mistake from Lulu. And ult coming down, I think that hit missed everybody. Pantheon coming down on the other side, trying to head off people to pass. But Sona's coming in. Pantheon trying to do a bit. People switching out to Caitlyn. Caitlyn goes down. Gets melted almost immediately, not by her tank. And we're just, oh my gosh, we are going in. We are going for it. And I'm like, we want to go for it? And I hit Malachi. Ult goes down. Akali decides to just 1v1 Kennen under the tower. And we're just pushing him all the way back. Akali decides to go in. We get Kennen. Oh my gosh. We get Malachi, but we do not want to go onto that platform. And we're like, oh, we'll take this tower, but we can't because we haven't killed this one. So we have to push. We push through 2 levels of turrets just to do some damage, and we're just going to go ahead and tank this turret. Annie's just like, yep, I can take it. I'm going to do this like a boss. So I'm going to get to the other side. Lulu's coming in, but Pantheon immediately changes direction, but pushing Lulu away. And if Lulu stayed in the fight, the turret would have destroyed us. And I'm taking more damage from the turret than anything else. Now Sona trades out, getting a lot of damage done to her. Pantheon's just distracting, and we're able to take down a turret, no minions, all 5 champions, and the supports and the AP carries, or AP, yeah, nukers are just taking all that, and the rest of the team is just chilling. They just gave it to us. And I drop a ward. Oh, and it looks like we're going to go for Dragon. So, well, hopefully they don't have a ward here, but you never know. And we take that dragon easy. I think top lane was in trouble, so they've switched lanes to top, and we're able to do whatever, and we're going to go ahead and recall. I don't know. I have 1,100, enough for for something else. Don't know what I'm going to get. What do I go with? I go with Sight Wards. Alright. When in doubt, buy Sight Wards. It's kind of the rule of thumb. If you don't know what to buy wards. They're always a good investment. And I am sitting on about 1,000 gold, and I really want to wait to where I can switch out one of these Doran rings for a needlessly large rod. So that's going to help me a lot more than anything else right now. And mid turret's in trouble. Wolf wants this turret. He's going to do quite a bit of damage. he's just going to tank so much down, but he's going to be scared of me being able to do a lot of damage. Pantheon coming down. He's jumping into the middle, but wasted ult. Should not have gone for it. So when we start seeing the teams are split up, Pantheon looks like he wants to make something happen, and he jumps over, goes straight for Caitlyn, and Akali comes up to finish it off. Now they're going for Lulu. I'm to have problems with ult. Olaf is trying to hit me. I flash away. Pantheon's in trouble now. My bear comes down, hits us, stuns a whole bunch. Lots of damage coming down. There's in. Abilities are coming down. Kennen gets taken out, and Akali tries to take out Pantheon, or tries to take out Malachi, but I don't think she's going to be able to do it. But, oh my gosh, she's going, nope, she decides not to go for it. And we decide now's the time to take the middle turret. So I think Lulu ulted probably the wrong person, and we're going to go ahead and get 2 turrets for this. So, easy 2 turrets for our team. And Malachi comes back in, and the other people just jump right on top of him. A bunch of damage coming down, and with the support of 4 people, the whole team there, we are easily able to destroy Malachi before he's able to escape. And we take the inhibitor and a free kill. People are running around. I don't know what they're looking to do. I think they're looking to do damage on this turret here, but it's doing quite a bit of damage. We've got to be careful. I'm just chilling, doing minion damage. But Olaf is just taking off these minion waves, waiting for everyone else. So we are going to be able to take this turret. And now we can fight the rest of the team without worrying about it. Lulu gets caught out. Lulu gets stunned. Stun coming down from Sona. Magic damage, ripping people to shreds. Caitlyn gets taken down. Kennen's next on the list. Kali does a bunch of damage, and I should finish off Kennen. Again, 3 for a Pantheon death. So totally worth it. And I'm going to go ahead and run away. Let's keep an eye out with these other people. So they're going to grab the inhibitor. And we're pretty close to the end of the game. At this point, the game is pretty much ours. So, yeah, have almost double the kills. And quite a bit. So I think they're going to, probably where we're at, they're probably going to surrender pretty soon. So Kali's going to go ahead and jump and take out top. Sona's in trouble. Uh-oh. But Nautilus is there to support. But, oh my gosh. Wolf wants Sona, but gets taken into 3 of them. Akali, Nautilus just destroying him easily. And now Sona's heading home. And now we are at 40 kills. I got my Zanyas. And we're just waiting for the surrender now. So it looks like they're pushing out. They think they can survive. Caitlyn with a pretty good build. Lulu with a pretty good build. You know, the interesting thing is that the builds, except for Ulf. Ulf's a very weird... Okay, he has a health item now. But the builds that they had were actually alright. I mean, there really wasn't anything wrong with it. Unfortunately, I think they just weren't able to coordinate in team fights to drop an award, which is dangerous to do, but I'm just going to go ahead and take these race there, and there's the surrender. So with this fight, I mean, they did alright, but they just weren't able to finish off the end of the game. Victory. And we just outplayed them, which was very surprising that Akali bottom probably threw them off their game and wasn't able to get the AD carry on bottom to do what they wanted to do. Akali was on the ball, diving on the high priority targets, doing what she was supposed to be doing, taking out those, we were taking out Lulu, taking out Caitlyn, taking out Kennen, and letting Malachi and Ulf just run around. But when they switched to our carries, we tried to stun them and take them out. So a good game was run by all. The other team needed some more help. I think that Caitlyn and Lulu bottom was just the weak link to this game. Kennen was on par with me. I mean, we were both playing super conservatively, so we didn't have to worry about it. And that Ulf and Olaf, right? Yeah, Olaf and Pantheon top were trading kills, trading blows, both getting their farm on. So I think all in all, it was a pretty good match, and I look forward to play the next one. So this is Scobie from Why Are You So Bad at LoL. I'm going to be signing off. See you next time.